what is the difference between being at a very important professional meeting and being at a dinner with friends? When we visualize those two situations, maybe we feel that in one situation there's a lot more pressure of being a certain way, and in the other situation you can just be yourself and it's easy and you enjoy it. And my question today and my proposition is could life just be one? It looks like life has moments where there's a lot of pressure and we need to be a certain way. We need to prepare another moment. Um, and there are moments that are just easy and just flows and you just love it. Could just life be just one moment of pure enjoyment instead of fragmented moments where you enjoy it and you don't enjoy it, where you have pressure, you prepare yourself, and where you just let yourself be? Could you imagine yourself being in one of those professional meetings with, supposedly very important people and just be in the exactly same state of peacefulness and enjoyment as you would be with a group of friends? I believe it's very possible and it doesn't take that much work. It's about realizing a few things. And one thing that can help is understanding the idea of intimacy and the circle of intimacy. Like there are people. It's like we've defined a space where we are in our intimacy. You can be yourself. So, for example, with your partner, with your soulmate, the intimacy can be so close that you feel like you're the same person sometimes. Like you don't prepare what you're gonna say unless you've had an argument and you sort of prepare what you have to say because there is a feeling of separateness. But when there's no separateness between you and the other person, it just flows naturally. You don't know what the next word is going to be. It just comes naturally, and the other person responds, and there's no awkwardness because there's no added pressure to the moment. And for some reason, in other moments, like job interviews, performance review with your employer, you come with a bit of anxiety and you watch yourself. You watch what you're going to say and you hope you're going to say the right things instead of just being yourself. And what's happening when you sort of extend your circle of intimacy, what's happening is that instead of seeing yourself as a separate entity from the world, you see the world as one entity and you are this entity in a way. But basically, when you walk down the street, instead of seeing strangers, you just see people, you just recognize people as if you knew them. And everyone seems more intimate, everyone seems more friendly, and the border between you and the other person is not as strong. And for me, that has been one of the biggest change, especially since I left my corporate job in a big corporation where you had this hierarchy, and I had a very strong feeling of separation between myself and uh, people at other level in the hierarchy. Like I feel like they're part of. I would really look up to them, and they would look down at me. But now I look back at the situation and realize how absurd it is. How it was just made up. It was just in my mind. I had created this feeling of separation and forced myself to behave differently. So how do you let go of this? I guess you just let go by realizing, just by being more aware first, just being aware of this mechanism that is um, that is making things up. Realize how you've learned this. You've learned how to behave in a way, right? And then it's about changing your way of operating, changing how you live life. Instead of wanting things to happen a certain way, you you stop having this attachment to the outcome. You stop desiring stuff. You stop want stuff to happen a certain way because and you get to that level by looking back, looking at the randomness of your life and how all things just panned out to be okay, but you could have not planned it. It was just so random. It just there was just so many elements at stake, so many things that contributed to you being there, and you never had any control over all those elements. So you start letting go of this need to be in charge and this illusion that you're in charge. And from this detachment and from this letting go, life becomes very, very simple. And there is no need to be a certain way anymore. There is no need to be scared of anyone. There's just no need for anything. And it just doesn't matter anymore. So you can do what you want. That's it.